Welcome back to part 2 of our push day video. If you haven't checked out the first one, card in the top right hand corner, go check it out, come back here, let's get on with part 2. So now we're moving on to our dumbbell overhead press. As you can see, the bench is a lot more upward. It's not at that 45-degree angle. However, realize that it's also not completely straight up and down. We want to have a slight incline to it. So with this one, we want to keep our similar philosophy to our incline and bench presses, being that we don't want our forearms flared out here when we're pushing up. We don't want them way in here pushing up. We want it to be our hands to be supported by our forearms when we push up. We want to see how they're lined up. We want them to be supported. Not in here, not out here, just like this. When we bring it down, we don't want to bring it all the way down here. We don't want to actually bring these dumbbells all the way to our shoulders. We want to bring it just about to our ears. We want to have our arms, we want to have this perpendicular. Come just to where you get level out and then go right back up. Level out, which is approximately to your ear, and go right back up. So as you can see, leveling out, right back up. Keep that pencil pinched between your back. Use a little bit of leg drive, and go. So now we are on to our lateral dumbbell raise. So with this one, we want to keep our feet closer than shoulder width apart. We don't want to be way out here, just a little closer than shoulder width apart. And when we bring these dumbbells up, we are not going straight out to the sides. We are bending our elbows just a little bit, slight bend in the elbows, and then raising. But when we raise, we are not going straight out. We are going slightly in front of us, and to help to work this slight front, we are going to lean forward a little bit. So lean forward a little bit, feet closer than shoulder width apart, slight bend in the elbows, and we're raising. So when we're raising the dumbbells up, we don't want to have them up here, pointed upwards. We want to act as if there's water in the dumbbells, and we are pouring that water out. Pouring the water out. As you can see, there's a slight angle when I come up to the side. Angle. Pouring the water out. So this isn't really a pushing movement, but I like to hit traps with my shoulders or right after my shoulders. The only thing I really do for traps is just taking dumbbells and shrugging with them. What I do is I actually pull my shoulders back with the dumbbells in my hand, and as I squeeze up, I act like I'm pulling back and up. So back and squeeze up. If you are enjoying this video so far, or if you feel like you found it helpful, be sure to smash the red button, like the video, and comment down below. Tell me your favorite push day exercise. Could be chest, could be shoulders, triceps, anything. Let me know. So for our first tricep exercise, we have our tricep push downs. So what I like to do with these is bring my feet closer than shoulder width apart. I like to have a slight bend in my knees and lean forward. And as we are pulling or pushing down, I am pulling the ropes outward. I'm separating the ropes to get this little extra flex in my tricep. So pull, as this is just a regular pull down, flex. You see that little extra flex going? Flex. That's the importance of pulling the ropes apart as you're coming down with them. So it's important to keep in mind while we're doing these that we don't want to have our elbows flared out here and pulling down. We want to keep our elbows in nice and tight, just like this. Keep our elbows in nice and tight, and when we're pushing down, we come back up, basically just come to perpendicular and right back down again. No need to come all the way back up here, or if it's even higher, when you come all the way back up and down, just go perpendicular, keep it strict, explode on the way down, easy on the way up, nice and slow, right back down. Remember, get that flex at the end. Pull the ropes apart, get that extra flex in. So for our next exercise, we have our tricep overhead push. And when I do this, I like to plant one foot out in front of me and lean forward with it just to kind of keep my balance, and helps with progressive overload. So I have my elbows somewhat straight out in front of me. And when I pull down, or when I press down with these, I am still pointing the ropes outward. I'm still flexing out the ropes. The thing is, my elbows are up at where my head is, and it helps me get that full contraction in, and helps me keep it slow and controlled on the eccentric when I'm coming back up. Concentric, eccentric. So for our final tricep exercise, we have our single arm tricep extension on the cable. So when I'm pulling down, I'm kind of making this slashing motion in front of me. And at the end, I am pushing out just like we did with the rope and getting a little bit of extra flex in. A little bit of extra flex in the tricep. Just make sure your elbow's not too far out in front of you and you're pulling downward, working that anterior delt, working that front delt. This should be a tricep workout, not a shoulder workout. It's also important to remember that while we're doing this, our elbow isn't moving around a whole lot. We're keeping it in that same spot, and we're kind of just pivoting off of it with our forearm. Kind of just pivoting. Keeping it in that general same spot, pivot. So that's the whole entire push day today. At the end, I like to hit abs. So yeah, we'll hit abs and we'll get out of here.